You know, Kelly Ray Finley taking the Gators into Vanderbilt, into Nashville. I'm looking at her record, and don't get me wrong. I mean, she's going to conference or she's going to postseason tournaments. I mean, she went to the NCAA her first year, been to the Women's Basketball Invitational 3 years in a row. She went 16 and 16 one season, and the other 3 seasons were winning seasons. She's 88 and 70 at Florida. This is her first head coaching position. She was an assistant from 2017 to 2021, then became the head coach because, well, the previous head coach was allowing player mistreatment, and that was Cameron Neubauer. She was an assistant at Arizona, an assistant at Colorado, assistant at Harvard, and a volunteer assistant at Harvard. Played for Northwestern Colorado State as a forward, so she knows what it means to play basketball. But I'm looking at this season and I'm going, the Gators have a decent team, but they're not able to get a lot done with what they have. Rebounding, I'm thinking, is a little low, but then again, those Vandy's, they're not playing as a team very much. Their shooting percentage is actually pretty good. Not blocking all that well, but then again, though, neither is Vandy. Doing double digits in steals. I'm looking at this, and Shea Ralph, they're fixing to go up against Shea Ralph, who is currently number 5 team in the nation. The only 2 teams that they've lost to, South Carolina and Ole Miss. Now, they're probably going to drop down from top 5 after having lost to South Carolina and Ole Miss. The Ole Miss loss was an 8-point loss, and South Carolina loss was just horrible. Both of those games, but those are the only 2 losses that they've had. Now they've got a chance to get back on their winning ways. And Florida is an interesting game to do this with. The Gators have 3 players in double digits in scoring. That's it. They're, and it's a draw. Like, Liv McGill is their entire team, and she's turnover prone. Whereas Vandy, Michaela Blake's, who, yes, is foul prone, is another player. It's really good, but there's a way too substantial of a drop off between her and the second leading scorer, who's Aubrey Galvin, who, by the way, leads in assists. Michaela Blake's also leads in steals, somewhat turnover prone, but not bad. I'm looking at these 2 teams, and part of the problem that I'm looking at here is there is probably going to need to be a little bit less time on the court for some of these players. Some of these players need to not be on the court so much for Vandy. When it comes to Florida, yeah, they definitely need to get some of these folks off the court. They need to switch out some players and try something new because what they're doing ain't working. I'm sure that Kelly Ray Finley has an idea of how to coach game. I don't think that she wouldn't have the record that she has if she didn't know how to win the game. But it's not looking good for this season. It really isn't. They've got some good games coming up that they can win, but I don't know. But let's take a look at these 2 teams by the numbers. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is
Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it.
Florida's visiting, so we'll take a look at them. They're scoring on average 74.7 points a game. 65.2 points are being scored against them. That's not necessarily a good thing, but hey, they're still winning enough that they're scoring more on average. 45% field goal percentage. That's not a bad number right there. I will give them that. 38.6 rebounds. A little low, but that's actually better than Vandy. 13.4 assists. They're not working as a team. 4.1 blocks. A little low, but not actually much worse than what Vandy's doing. And they've got 10 steals a game. Horrible. Liv McGill leads in points, assists, steals. She's in the game 36.6 minutes a game, 22.6 points, 5.8 rebounds. She's a guard, so she's not leading in rebounds. 5.9 assists, not bad. 2.8 steals, not bad at all. zero point 0.4 blocks, but 5.2 turnovers in a game. She can't stop turning the ball over. 42.6% field goal percentage, which is not bad. 25.4 3-point percentage and 76.4 free throw percentage. She's not bad, but she could learn a lot more patience in a lot of ways. Miara O'Neal, who leads in rebounds and in blocks, but she's a guard. Why is she leading in rebounds and blocks? 13.7 points. That's a drastic drop off. 6.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.5 blocks. 1.5 blocks is your leading blocker. 1.7 turnovers, which isn't bad at all. 51.8 field goal percentage and 32.3 3-point percentage with the 74.2 free throw percentage. She's paying a little bit more attention to where she's shooting the ball. Layla Richards, another guard, third leading scorer, 32.4 minutes a game. Miara O'Neal's in there 25 minutes a game. 12.8 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 1.7 steals, 0.9 blocks, 3 turnovers though. Really. 42.1 field goal percentage, 70.8 free throw percentage, and 16.7 3-point percentage. And Nyadine Yeech. I don't know how to pronounce this woman's name. She's a forward. 16.2 minutes a game. It's not bad, but only 5. The fourth leading scorer's got 5.9 points a game. 3.3 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.2 blocks, 0.9 turnover. Why she only got 0.2 blocks? She's a forward. 47.6 field goal percentage, got to give her that, and 38.1 3-point percentage with the 61.8 free throw percentage. This team's sitting at 27.5% from the 3-point line, 44.9 from field goal range. Got to give them that. They are doing decent at knowing where they're shooting from inside the arc, but they're not paying attention outside the arc. It's like they're just throwing up shots. And you've got 2 players that are well over 700 minutes for the season on the court. You've got 1 player at double digits, 2 players at just under 200. You got 3 over 200. Yeah, you've got to balance this team out. And you've got to get players switched out. I mean, seriously. You should not be leaving Liv McGill in there that much when she's doing 5.2 turnovers a game. Okay, she's doing halfway decent, but you're relying on her for rebounds. Why aren't you relying on your forwards and your center for rebounds? Your center's doing 2.1. Jade Weathersby's doing 2.8. Catherine Piatti is doing 2.8. These are your centers and your forwards, and they're not anywhere close to 2 of your guards. This team, I don't know what Kelly Ray Finley is thinking on this team. I really don't. I'm looking at this and I'm going, what in the world are you thinking? And that's the only thing I can ask on this. Now, Vandy, who's hosting, is scoring 84.8 points a game, but allowing 61.1. Not bad, but their defense could be a little bit better. Field goal percentage is at 48%. That's not bad, but could be a little bit better. 37.4 rebounds. Why are you doing so low in rebounds? 20.3 assists, though. I got to admire that. They're working as a team. 4.4 blocks. Why? And 12 steals. Not bad. I'm looking at this. Michaela Blake is on the court 33.3 minutes a game, 24.9 points. Hey, really good. She also leads in steals. 3.9 rebounds a game, 4.5 assists. Good. She knows she can get it to other players. 3 steals is really good. It is. Zero point 0.2 blocks. 2.8 turnovers. A little high, but considering the other team. 44.9 field goal percentage. Hey, she's doing pretty good at placing her shots correctly, but 3-point percentage of 31.4. Not bad, but could be better. 83.2 free throw percentage. Hey, cool. Aubrey Galvin, another guard, leads in assist, is on the court 33.5 minutes a game. 11.8 points, though. Way too much of a drop off. If you're having to rely on Michaela Blake that much, 3.2 rebounds, 6.2 assists. She really knows who to get the ball to. 3 steals, so she's also good on defense. Zero point 0.1 block, 2.5 turnovers. So you've got your 2 key players. Okay, because they're on the court so much, yeah, they're going to be turning it over. 40.8 field goal percentage. Could be better. 76.2 free throw percentage and 32.5 3-point percentage. Justine Pissot, another guard, 28.4 minutes on the court, 11.4 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists, zero point 0.4 steals, zero point 0.8 blocks, 1.4 turnovers, which is good, 44.1 field goal percentage, 70% free throw percentage, and a 43.3 3-point percentage. And then you got Sasha Washington, who leads in rebounds. She's a forward, should be. 22.3 minutes a game, 9.7 points a game, 7.6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.2 steals, zero point 0.8 blocks, 1.4 turnovers, 58.8 field goal percentage, but she can't hit a three-pointer. She's at 0%, 67.2 free throw percentage. It's a really good team. It is. But certain players are getting a little over relied on. Michaela Blakes and Aubrey Galvin have been on the court over 700 minutes this season. Justine Pissot, over 600 minutes. You got a player sitting there at only having seen 17 minutes on the court this season. Another at 44 and another at 83. You got 2 players that are sitting at almost 200. And then you've got the next player is sitting at 392. Need to balance this out a little bit. This is the right team to do it. See who can come up and do something. It's a good team, though. I can't complain about Vandy. They're winning. But you got to worry about the long haul now. Um, they're sitting at 36.9 3-point percentage, which is good. 47.5 field goal percentage, which is good. They're making good shots. It's time, though, to let Michaela Blakes get off the court and get a little bit of rest time. You can let, you know, several of your other guards, winning Honda, can get a little bit more time on the court. She's scoring 8 points a game. Uh, Jada Brown, let her get some time. That's I'm looking at both these teams and they need to do that. Vandy is looking like an NCAA team. I don't think they can win the SEC, but they honestly are looking like they could do a run into the NCAA. It's time to start allowing other players the chance to rest up or to get some experience. If somebody gets hurt, especially Michaela Williams, you need somebody to step up. That's all I'm saying on this team. I'm looking at Vandy's schedule. this is seriously the last so-called easy game that they're going to have the rest of the season. They've got Kentucky, Oklahoma, Texas, Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, and Tennessee. Now, honestly, I don't think they're going to have a problem with Kentucky. I'm glad that Georgia's ranked. Glad Alabama's ranked. Tennessee, in all honesty, as much as I love my Tennessee Lady Balls, I don't think that they're going to be a problem for Shea Ralph and the Vandy Commodores. Um, I think they can win Oklahoma, Georgia, and Alabama. I don't know about Texas. Um, they can win some of those games. I don't think that they're going to come out of that unscathed. Florida, on the other hand, they beat me or they beat Mizzou. That's the only SEC team that they beat. I'm looking at this. They could probably beat Arkansas, maybe Auburn. They got to face Oklahoma. I don't think they can beat Mississippi State. I don't think they can beat Alabama, Ole Miss, or Georgia. So, you know, I don't see Florida ending the year with the winning record. This is a team that, you know, Liv McGill's a sophomore. That's a great thing. She's been with Florida. She knows Kelly Ray Finley's system. I just don't know what to say about this. Vandy, on the other hand, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Vandy. Shea Ralph has done a good job with Vandy, but I think that they're pretty much at they're stretched thin right now. Because if you take a look, like I said, they're not rebounding that well. They're not resting players. They're working decently as a team. They're not blocking like they should. It's now, don't think that I have a problem with Vandy. I'm just pointing out some weaknesses that can be showing largely by the end of the season. Especially, you're playing Texas still. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Um, I'm I would rest up your players in this game. Play them for what you got, you know, but let some of these players not spend 30 minutes on the court for this game. This game you should not have a single player on the court for over 30 minutes. You shouldn't have any player on the court for over 20 minutes, really. You've got enough. Well, I take that back. You've got one center. So you're going to have to switch her out. Yeah. Well, you're not playing her that much anyway. Oh, Alia del Rosario is only on the court 5.9 minutes, and she's your only center. Uh, that's a little weird. She came from LSU, so she's good enough for somebody like Kim Mulkey to sign. So why are you only playing her 5.9 minutes a game? This is a weird. Both these are weird teams, but Vandy's doing weird in a good way. Shea Ralph has got this team scary good, but I'm just worried about the long run on it. But hey, this has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
Hey, that's my video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget that either. Hey, this has been Paul with
Artlist.io.
Redneck Thinker Media. I do sports, I do politics. Hit like, subscribe. And y'all, this has been Paul. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.